In the energy quadrant, natural gas is really the story, up 3.5%. We're now up 3 of the last 4 days for natural gas, up over 3.5% on the highs today, pulling back a little bit. The gap is now closed from that shoot down we had on December 7th. You had a big drop on that day, over 5%, that left an opening gap, and that gap is now fully closed, except for 2 little ticks. And what I mean by that is the low close of that particular day prior to the gap down was 235. Today's high, 234.8. So really a quarter of a tick from closing that gap. Most people would consider that fully closed. EIA came out this morning, natural gas inventories, day after the crude oil inventories. We had a draw of 73 billion cubic feet, which was lighter than expectations of a 77 billion cubic foot draw, but larger than the 5-year average for this time of year. The 5-year average generally about a 68 billion cubic foot draw. So it's a little bit more than expected, taking those inventories down to about zero now. We've been in deficit for a little while. This particular move doesn't really change it by much at all. We were only in deficit by about 6 billion cubic feet. And the weather is part of the drive here. Milder conditions are going to spread across the country in the next few days. In some of the winter areas where we had temperatures down in the single digits up to the high 30s are now going to shift from the 40s to the 70s, and the lower states are going to stay warm. So we won't get enough of a bump to jam up those natural gas electricity fired air conditioners, and some of the heaters might be turned down a little bit. So demand is expected to go from high moderate down to moderate for the coming days.